There are plenty of new Transformers coming out in the coming weeks, especially in the Deluxe class. And the Deluxe class Transformers lately have been astonishingly good. But, hey, I just found this one. The Deluxe class Terradive. Terradive weapon being a trident. As you can see, because of the three blades to it. It's kind of it's an adjustable kind of automorphing trident, so it can snap in using a very simple mechanism that it just gets tight up at the top. So that's cool. You can really make it into more of a spear when you push it up. Otherwise it's a trident. Kind of flip-flop. His joints are all pretty good. And nothing's kind of loose yet. And you can move these wings around however you'd like. The instructions do suggest that you put them up against his waist so that they're not hanging off so much. But I kind of like the look of giving him either a kind of jet blade or dirge-like wings, or better yet, just making it more of a sinister cape. Putting them up. You got so many options with how you want to do this. And putting the wings up like this actually matches up with the lines of these black wings up here. So that's really sinister. Now this will get a retool and a re-release in the Reveal the Shield line as someone, but I know Tomahawk will. I'm not sure about Terradive here, but I imagine that Hasbro has a retooled head in mind. Going on with his chest that I kind of like. This nose actually comes out a bit farther so that the legs can tap in, and these wings flip in a cool way. There's no light piping at all on the head. It's all molded with lots of aerodynamic wing pieces, and it's ball jointed, and just you can get the hands to hold the trident however you need him to hold that trident. You can totally do it. Menacing poses, all that stuff. But we can take out the trident, have a look at it. It just goes in like a lot of modern Transformers. They're not block hands, but they're still trying to use the 5mm pegs, so it's like half block, half normal hands, so that you can kind of get a more modern look to the aesthetic going. Or not, and you could just there it is. Or you can just sort of go Energon Rodimus on it and pop out his afterburners as flamethrowers. You can do that on both hands. So a good variety of weaponry. I guess you could really say that this is more like, if you remember 2007 movie Dreadwing, you could totally give him a little 2007 movie Dreadwing style with his flamethrower. This swivel is that the hands themselves do rotate, so that's a lot of joints right there, and rotate up at the elbow here. Swivels, all that jazz. Well, joints, like I said, these don't move. These have a lot of movement, like that, and they can also come in. So, and then the feet can go up and down. Little pivot back here if you just want it just to help with your balancing. No side-to-side ankle tilt, but very forgivable. And if necessary, you could really just pull a wing down and use it to balance if you really were desperate for some crazy pose. And again, ankle, you got a swivel there, balls. And landing gear comes out at the sides. I like how sturdy the landing gear actually is. The joint is nice and satisfying. These legs up here are painted silver, so look at all that detail. Really, gotta love Hasbro silver. And also, Dayglow Awesome Orange is probably one of the best colors to have. Dayglow. It's kind of it'll remind you of Sunstorm, and especially against some of the more recent Decepticon figures that you can get, like Hailstorm and Soundwave. He makes a great contrast with his orange in the modern lines. Just aren't enough orange Decepticons to do a case in wave 3 of the yellow carded stuff. So you pull up these plates, and so this is a real transformer. This is not panel-y at all. It's solid. Gotta love that. So you flip all this around, so the head's like this. Okay, I've got every push, pull, like that, like that, like this, like that. Okay. Now, as I recall, do something with, yep, that. Then you flip the black piece around. So you're really assembling it more like a Cyberjet. I'm not quite there yet. Gotta peg this somewhere where it works. And there you go. Now then. Oh yeah, this kind of reminds me of Energon Starscream right here, where you have to have these arms pegged into sockets. No, not the pegging into sockets part. That's not what reminds me of Energon Starscream's transformation. It's the whole, you've got this gap in the middle of the plane and you've got to shove stuff into it. There's a certain amount of friction to get these two thrusters to go together. Oh yeah. And then you make sure it's pegged. I think this clip is to hold either an extra clip system weapon or something. It's kind of vague what it's for, but it is the standard new clip system peg. Flip the nose cone in. And has to go into this little cage. Okay. Completely forgot about that step, and now the rest of the transformation should be a breeze that I've gotten past that step. And almost just have to peg it in one more time, and you can clip this in. Down below, I find it looks, you can clip it in like that, right there, and that way he can carry his trident around in jet mode. Though I don't really like how this pipe can fall down a little bit. It looks awkward like that. I mean, you do get the trident close to the nose, putting it on that side. But I kind of like this, on this way, so that it can actually spear someone like that. That's pretty sinister as a weapon that the aircraft would use. Oh, and look, because of the hinge down here, I can actually hinge the trident down to attack position. Awesome. Now, G.I. Joe fans, when this thing was previewed, the X, which I can see, you got these black wings back here, you got these wings up here, so you got the, definitely have the silhouette of the Conquest X-30 if you want to see it. And you also have these two front wings. So there might be some designer's choices in there. There's similarities, I'll give you. There are his hands, which have become thrusters, afterburners. Awesome. Not a lot of bottom kibble. And voila! Terradive, single carded. Here's some this packaging art, which is awesome. It's a yellow carded figure for Hunt for the Decepticons. His trident off to the side. Spear converts to trident. I guess that's where the automorph sort of comes into play. Weapon storage clips onto the bottom. Yes.